Lair, out in theaters, new horror film with an actually cool poster, as you can see. That made me want to check it out alone. It's directed by a man named Adam Eaton Crow. His previous feature film, The Conversation, seemingly has a brilliant score on IMDb, 8.6. But then it turns out only 12 people ever saw it, which is less than the typical number of people even involved in a movie's production. That should be a huge red flag for Lair, which turned out to be an absolute dogshit film and a total waste of time. I'll start by trying to explain the plot, and if it sounds incoherent, well, that's because it really kind of is. So, at the beginning, a man murders his wife and child and goes to prison for it. His buddy, named Caramore, goes to visit. Turns out the murderer claims to have been possessed by an evil item given to him by Caramore. Two of them have previously worked together on paranormal cases, although in what capacity is never made clear. So this is where it gets strange. Caramore, despite himself thinking it's all bullshit, it's all made up, wants to prove his friend is innocent. So he sets up an apartment for rent, puts surveillance in it, and when 4 women move there, a mother with 2 daughters and the mother's lesbian lover, he begins to drop off various creepy items one by one to see if they are indeed cursed and will have an effect on the family. It's completely unclear why he would even bother trying with any other ones than the one specifically that possessed his friend, but eventually he gets to that one as well, and of course that's when the crazy things start happening. So, not a lot of sense, not a lot of coherence, the characters are pretty much all unlikable, they keep having awfully written arguments and being total assholes to each other. Caramore himself is possibly the worst, with all of his dialogue sounding like a poor writer's idea of a witty, wisecracking guy, which in practice is how nobody has ever talked in the history of this planet. It looks poorly, the plot twist towards the end is boring, the film isn't scary at all, and it spends way too much time on stuff that doesn't interest anyone, instead of actually focusing on being a proper horror film. And the ending is super stupid. Save yourself some time, skip this one.